install slowly in the relationship. Like if you say yes at the beginning, then you will have to start giving your hand, and you're gonna to give everything to that person, because it's never gonna be enough. They're always gonna ask for more and more and more. So you have to give, like at the beginning, you have to just say no, and you do you, and they do.
But wouldn't it be fair to say that if you want a committed relationship with a guy, that he may have rules on that committed relationship, and he would want you to adhere to those rules, and it's up to you on what you want to do if you want that relationship?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure to understand your question.
My question is, if you want a relationship with a guy, sometimes it comes with rules and boundaries. So you're making it sound like, oh, he was controlling, but rather, instead of controlling, what if it's just boundaries and rules?
Yeah, actually, it's something I was not aware at first. Like in a relationship, you're not able to say everything at first. You
Of
have
course.
to try it
It
out.
evolves.
Yeah, you have a free like a few months trial in every relationship. You cannot go through everything. So there's some sign that you sometimes cannot see. And right now I'm 28 years old. I've been like having a long relationship. So I'm aware of the red flag, they say. So I can see it and I can talk about it. And also one thing that I have to finish with is that now I used to want to change the guys, and I used to things that I didn't like at first, I was just ignoring it. And now I let the guy be themselves. And if I want to change them, then it's just not the right person. We cannot change anyone. We have to take them the way they are. If not, then we go to the next one. We're almost 9 billion people on this planet. So there's plenty of other people. And that's what I've noticed by traveling out of my comfort zone, out of Canada. There's a lot of beautiful souls all over the world.
So,
whoa.
No. I mean, that's her take on it. Just, and I guess I'll end with this, and then maybe we'll come back to this, because a lot of girls seem to think this way, and I think it's a very flawed way of thinking, that it's controlling or it's insecure. If it was controlling, or why did you agree to it?
Because I was young and I was insecure.
How old were you at the time?
I would say I was 22, 23. So yeah.
Is it that you were young and insecure, or rather was it you wanted a committed relationship and you were willing to follow rules put in place by the man? Because he didn't put a gun in your head, I'm sure.
For the first time of my life that the first time of my life that I was actually truly in love with someone, and I was just willing to give everything. And also I didn't really want to like say show myself publicly at this point. I just started vlogging and exposing myself 6 months ago. So
So you didn't want to do it.
like let's say like I was wearing a little bit sexier things, it would tell me like go change, like what are you doing? And as a woman we need to just say no, like I'm gonna go out like this. You have to be proud and you know
No.
but
You
I was
disagree?
just
No.
maybe
What the hell?
I was young and I was not immature. Now I'm more aware of my worth and I'm more confident. I want to still take keep my naive behavior though, because as we grow older, if we're always on our guard and we always like if we know too much what we want, it can be annoying for guys too. We have to let them do the mistakes and just
Did your
watch
ex wear a lot of AirPods?
Sorry.
No, I'm just curious.
So you disagreed with what she said.
Yeah, of
Why
course
do you
I
disagree?
because if you're in a relationship, you know, your man's word matters.
Facts.
I mean, if you're single, dress however you want,
Yeah.
Facts.
as
Yeah, for
provocatively
sure.
as you want.
Yeah.
But if you have a man, he's gonna have a problem if you're.
No, I have
exposed.
something to say about that.
Sure.
I
Yeah,
go
completely
ahead.
disagree.
Before you say, did you finish your point? I want to make sure everyone gets.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
then I saw someone else wanted to say something too here. Did anyone else have something?
didn't get
Okay,
to
I heard someone's voice from over here. Okay, go ahead, and then you can go after.
Okay.
Go ahead, please.
I feel like, especially like,
Merch.
oh, sorry.
Merch.
Just say I think. So they don't merch you. Just say I think. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, but basically, especially like with men, they'll tend to go for like, you know, like the bad bitches. They want like the baddies, this and that. They see the girl at the club, she has on her little fit. They like that, da da da. But it's like then you get into the relationship and it's like, oh, now that's a problem. Now that I'm with you, I'm supposed to change how I am. Nah. You knew what the package came with. You knew what I was on. Don't try and act different and don't try to change me and how I am to make you comfortable. You should have been comfortable and secure enough in yourself to be fine with this.
He
'Cause-
thought you brought peace and
Yeah.
then found out you didn't.
But but it's like at the
No,
same
that's a
time, I
good
feel like
point.
if you have that loyalty and you have that trust, you're gonna remain having that peace. Because
Men are loyal to peace, though. Just because he has loyalty is subjective, but just because he's loyal, quote unquote, doesn't mean you provide peace.
yeah, no, but like I'm not even talking about the peace portion of that.
But the
at
men
that.
are.
Yeah,
That's all they go
but
after.
like,
Facts.
yeah,
Go
they go
after
after
peace.
peace, but they also
that's
just
it.
go after
But
like
it's
what
not- no, but-
interests
Let's
them.
let her finish,
It's like-
and then I'll
like
give
what
you a chance to
interests them, 'cause
definitely
it's just
say.
like-
Let's let her finish her.
My thing is like, and going back to like the whole control situation, like don't get into a relationship with somebody and then now that you're with them, try and act like I need to change things about you to make myself more comfortable. You know, like if you're
I
not,
agree.
because that to me shows insecurity. Like you're not comfortable within yourself.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
like if you have a baddie, you know people are gonna try and get her. You know certain things, but like that doesn't mean that now all of a sudden you're gonna change her and she needs to like to just a different kind of way to make you more comfortable.
Right.
That's a personal problem you have to deal with. You know, like there's no reason to be changing anyone because of that.
No, I definitely agree.
Okay.
I 100% agree.
You were next.
Me.
So,
Mm.
go ahead, baby doll.
So, what I could have did differently in my relationship, definitely communicate. At that time, I didn't know that men only want your opinion when they ask for it. You know, if they don't ask for it, they don't want it. They need to listen and ear. And I was trying to force my opinion on him. Reason being is because I knew half the story, so I didn't even know enough of the story to form an opinion to even say this is what I think. He just needed to listen and ear. And here I am trying to tell him, you should do this way, or you should do that. I'm trying to force him to change as opposed to being a catalyst to that change. You know, just kind of working with him and being like, hey, you know, agreeing with him when he's right and not necessarily disagreeing with him, with him when he's
Yeah.
wrong, but kind of just letting him know I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? When you're
Yeah.
ready to make that change. So I definitely, it was communication. And just being willing to listen and not always have to put my opinion in on the situation. So
Damn.
Okay. And
Okay.
then
God damn. Okay.
Accountability.
Holy
and then you had
moly.
something I think you wanted to add to that conversation as far as like sexy pictures when you have a
Yes.
boyfriend or something.
I do.
Go ahead.
So I actually wanted to comment on both you guys' statements. So when it comes to you, you said that you post he was controlling, but the things that you do when you're single are not the things that you do when you're in a relationship. If especially by him being an Arabic man, I used to date an Arabic man. They do not like that. So you
Myron.
Sounds familiar.
if you and it's like we don't need to even talk about their culture. We know what their culture is. But when you are in a relationship, it's not about his insecurities. It is about the standard that he holds for his women. Women that are taken do not dress like they're single. And when you post a picture on Instagram, that's for attention. A lot of girls be like, no, it's not. It's for me. No, it's for attention. Rather, it's a food picture or a picture of you in pajamas or a dress. It's for attention. And to a man, if you belong to him, you seeking outside attention isn't making him insecure, but it lets him know that you do not belong to him. It doesn't show your loyalty. And then you said like a guy, you know, he sees me in the club. Guys want to fuck you in the club. They're not
Yeah.
trying to wife you in the club. So how you dress in the club, guys aren't looking for their wives in the club. You know, when you go to the club, that's what it is. It's a club setting. You can dress sexy in the club. But if you do find a man in the club, he's still going to want you to tone that down when you commit to him. I do think that there are some men that are totally fine with their woman wearing
Well,
sexy,
I agree with
sexy
all
things.
of what you're
Man, that
saying,
nigga spitting.
honestly. But I just need to say something is that I was mostly saying that I was younger at that time and that now,
How old
I-
did you say you were?
like beginning in my 20s, like a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. But right
To me,
now,
that's not that young, though.
I'm just saying that no matter the culture, no matter what it is, I'm just saying in 2022, we're able to express ourselves the way we want to, and I think men should not define women by how they dress because they could be
Let me ask you a question.
girls that are dressing like
You're right, but
with-
let me ask you a question. If he was
Mhm.
dressed with holes in his pants, dirty shoes,
Mhm.
what would you think of him? Would you think he's a businessman or would you think he was a bum?
Yeah, but that's the thing right now. As I've seen him with my experience,
Right, but
I've
let's
met
just talk about somebody on the
millionaires.
street.
I've met really rich people. Like
I've been with them. I
I've
understand
been
what you're
on a
saying.
yacht today,
But how
and
you
I know
present
people
yourself is
that
how you're
have.
going to be
I
treated.
know people, and often what I've noticed, and I met the doctor just here, and I thought he was broke almost because people that truly have money, first of all, the rest like poor people. So really, what
Not
I've
all of
learned
them.
is
Not all
that
of
it
them.
doesn't matter how you dress. It doesn't matter
I
what you
dated
look
my
like.
first millionaire at
And
19, and I'm telling you now.
like today, I dressed how I felt to dress.
Yeah,
Maybe
but how you
tomorrow I want to
present
dress more
yourself is how
sexy.
you're going to be treated. You can say
I don't
today,
believe.
Yeah.
I don't.
you
oh,
don't have
I,
to believe that, but
yeah,
that's
I
what the
don't think. I
men,
don't
but
agree with this.
but that's what the
You
men
know what?
think.
Because people with the most, the value that you have, you grew up with this. It's decision that you take every day to respect yourself or not. And I have always been having values, and it's not because I post now picture in bikinis that my values change. I'm the same person with the biggest heart, and I'm
Yeah,
loyal.
but what I'm saying
and
to
I'm
you
a
Can I
is
interject?
you can
girl.
feel that way, but the men don't feel that way. So when you are trying to attract a certain caliber of man, you need to understand that what you feel about it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily matter to a man. Like, do you want a man that can provide for you, pay bills
Mhm.
for you, take you shopping? Those kind of men are going to determine what they want from you, not what
Well,
you want to wear. You
I
know what I'm
believe
saying?
that some women can be dressed like half naked, and they still have more class than some
Can I
women
inter-
that are.
But are
dressed
they
fancier.
wives?
But that's
But
what
are
you
they
think.
wives?
No, but she's right,
okay,
though.
okay.
Can I interject?
One mic at a time. Did you finish your point?
Basically, yeah.
Okay,
Can
go
I
ahead, and then
interject?
I'll turn it back, and you go ahead. You can defend your point
I
after she
stretched
goes.
for 10 years. I done did all types of shit. But
Mhm.
as far as my dude, I'm going to respect him. Age has absolutely nothing to do with respect.
Facts.
Well, he
My
has
grand
to respect you too.
my exactly. But the thing about it is, so you're placing you're willing to place limitations on his life because you don't want to. 9 times out of 10, you don't want him dealing with another woman, right? But you're not willing to adhere to the quote unquote limitations as you may feel that he placed on your life. The only thing he's
yeah.
asking you to do is respect yourself.
Yeah,
He's
but
not
I
asking too
think
much though.
we all have different situations. There's like almost 9 billion people. There's plenty of different couples, different things that people want. We all want different things. Men all want different things, right? So when you start dating, you see like like she said, like they see what kind of woman they're dealing with.
Mhm.
Like, so that's all I have to say.
But do
Like,
you know
Okay.
that like
they
men
see.
like but that's the thing, like if you're like, okay, I'm half naked, men are put in
Mhm.
position to lead. If you're not gonna
Well,
you can't choose the
but you,
destination if
Mm.
you can't
but you
choose the
see it. You
destination.
see this everywhere. Artists, like famous people now, like
But we're talking about
We're
us.
talking about
We're talking
regular
about us.
No, but
artists, but they're in a different world.
even regular people. Like
But
I
Beyonce
saw,
allows Jay-Z to
I
lead.
saw regular people. I'm talking from experience that I thought they were broke. They
You're
were
so
this,
single.
and it doesn't matter with all you.
Beyonce allows Jay-Z to lead. Rihanna has more money than all of the women
Mhm.
except probably Oprah, but Rihanna alone has more
Yeah.
money than Beyonce alone. So but she allows her man to lead and she has
Yeah.
way more money. You can't choose the destination when
Mhm.
you're
But
dependent on a
what's
man.
your point exactly now? Like what you're trying to
This
say?
is the American
The only
way. You
thing I'm
can't
trying
like
You're not
allow
seeing it from a
that.
man's point of view. You're
But
only seeing it from your own.
No, the only thing I'm saying
you
is
don't need
that
a man.
well, all you dress, all you act, it doesn't matter. I've seen
does.
It's
people
your
that look
dignity.
broke, that look
But
this,
why
that
is
look
your
this, and they're
dignity
not
in your
this.
clothes though?
You
Like why?
can't.
Like I just don't
Your
agree
dignity.
with like the topic of like how you dress and how you present yourself. Like if you decide to show more skin, you have less respect for yourself.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
Okay, I
not
just-
true because
okay.
like I want to like personally, I work super hard for my body. I be in the gym damn near
Facts.
every day for hours and hours on end. If I want to show it
You
off,
want to show it
I'm
off.
gonna show it
But
off.
you didn't come here
And
with your boobs out though.
No, I didn't. But at the same time, if I
But
had
why?
wanted to, I just didn't feel like it.
So-
Just today, I just didn't feel like it. But if I
Yeah.
had wanted to, then I would have, and it wouldn't have been for anybody else. I'm gonna let you talk
So-
just like real quick.
so real quick.
just like real quick.
Mm.
If I had wanted to, I would have,
Yeah.
and that would have been solely for myself because I don't get pleasure in making anyone else happy. I don't need that satisfaction from anybody else.
Okay.
And even if it is from a partner, because I feel like when you provide that in within yourself, you just need someone to like match that kind of energy and not give it to you. Not give it to you, but like not be the source of your happiness or like
We're not
how
trying
you
to
feel-
control your narrative.
yeah, or, yeah, you know, and it's like at least the type of person that I am, you're not gonna walk all over me. Like you're not about to come into my life and then be like, oh, you gotta dress a certain way. Oh, you're acting like this.
But then a real
or you gotta
man,
do
you
like
will not
that.
attract the real man.
So you
fam.
don't-
But here's the
So
thing,
you're
like
saying
I
don't
feel
even
like
know.
everything is within limits. Like there's
No,
You're
she
gonna
don't even
attract
know.
set
men
your
at that
boundaries.
level, but you're not gonna attract the man that you want.
What
ultimately.
is
but
real?
I don't
Answer this
agree with that
question.
though.
What
I
is a
don't agree
real
with
man?
that.
So
for you?
okay, so the thing about it is like you're okay. So you're like, I'll do whatever I want. I dress however I want. That's cool, right? But so you got to understand, 5s can only lead 4 and below. So if you're a 4 or a 2, because that's like a woman that has no recollection of like nothing. I do whatever I want. You don't need a leader. You don't need a man. Men are leaders. You don't need one. What do you need them for? You got all
Men.
the answers.
Yeah, but then
So-
at that time, I feel like
Merch.
well, like if I'm looking to having a man, I'm just looking for like a companion. You know, like
So
I'm just
somebody fuck
I'm
you?
looking no
Get a
like a
dog.
partner. I'm
Yeah, a dog is
Get a
man's best
dog.
friend. And
Yeah.
one man.
no, but I'm talking about a partner because I feel like
Come on.
Get a poodle.
So, all right. So, all right.
I had a question, but go ahead.
Real
Yeah.
quick, ladies on the panel.
Mhm.
You have a guy, he's taking care of you. You like him. He's your ideal guy. He says to you, "Hey, I want you to dress a certain way. I want you to post these certain pictures. Would you change for him? Raise your hand."
he's not my ideal man.
Cool.
Wait, what?
No, if you wouldn't change for him,
Hold on. I don't think they all caught on.
Okay.
Simply put, you're with a guy. He's checking your boxes. He takes care of you, whatever. And he says, I don't like when you dress in a certain way and or sexy pictures on Instagram. Would you change for that guy?
so only
Hands up if you would.
Yeah.
Nope.
So three. So we're split. 3 girls would.
Cool.
3 girls wouldn't. Okay,
Cool.
fair.
Go ahead.
All right.
The
So
old me,
I got a
yes.
I got a question for you. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have 3 brothers, 1 sister.
3 brothers.
Three
Are they
brothers.
older?
Yeah, 1 younger and 2 older.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are your parents still together?
No, I did divorce when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Me? Yeah, I
Yeah.
have 5 siblings.
Brothers, sisters, like
2
mostly?
sisters, 3 brothers.
Okay. And are your parents still together?
No.
No, they're not. Okay. No, I'm asking because
oh, and then her as well. She agreed. So do you have a
Mhm.
brothers and sisters? Go ahead. Because she was saying no as well with this. She won't change her
Okay.
clothes.
Oh, I have 2 sisters. I was raised by my grandmother.
okay. So your parents aren't together no more.
I was raised by my grandmother.
Grandmother. Okay. All right. No, I'm asking because it gives me sort of an idea of what their masculine, like the conventional masculine model was
Yeah.
for them
For
right
them, yeah.
there. So because what I see happening right now, and I think I mentioned this on the last show, is like when you look at like things like Tinder Swindler or whatever, like there's these 3 women who get bilked out of God knows how much money, and no one stepped in to say, no, you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
There was no father, there was no brother, there was no, I don't know,
No structure.
cousin, no nothing. And I think that what's happened here is you've got this generation of women who have never had a guy be a positive, like, and I mean like that, an authority masculine figure in their life that says, no, you're not going to do that. That's a bad decision. And somebody step in there just to save you from yourself. Right. And so when we get women who are saying like, oh, I wouldn't change for no man. Well, the fact of the matter is if you haven't done so already, you're converting yourself into the man that you want to marry already. So there's no there's no
But I just think-
understanding of a conventional masculine and a conventional feminine, because if there were, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. It would be like, oh, well, I'm in a relationship right now, so I don't need Instagram anymore. I don't need that validation anymore. I don't need to
Yeah.
worry about
Yeah.
going and doing this stuff.
Agreed.
I don't have to
No,
put
I
myself out
disagree.
on that
Agree.
because, and remember, this is only something that's happened in recent times. Like Instagram and social media hasn't even been around for like 20 years, even that, not even that long.
10 years.
So we're still sort of sorting this out technologically. So like we're socially and psychologically, we're trying to keep up with the technology because the choice is there. Like she was just saying, how many people on planet Earth? 9 billion people on planet Earth. This is only a thing for her because she could go, yeah, there's 9 billion people right here. I can go and swipe left or swipe right, right? So now it's this choice paradox where it's like, well, if he won't do, then I'm going to stay who I am, and there'll be somebody along, sooner or later on Tinder, on Hinge, on Bumble, or whatever, because I got the choice. And even if you don't have the choice, the perception
Yeah,
is
but it's
that
rare
you
to
do
find
have the
people
choice.
that are meant for you, though. You
Yeah,
have to
exactly.
have all
So
the choice in the world.
but here's the
Not
thing
a
is
lot of people that are meant for
everyone
you.
is meant for you until they're not meant for you.
And everyone is meant for change as well. Everyone
Yeah,
changes.
but,
So
But everyone
All
isn't
right,
meant
so
to
ladies,
do that.
okay, all right, stop the show. Hold on.
You have to
We're gonna make this very simple because I've been listening very closely.
And the other thing she's doing is she's and these two are both conflating sexual market value with personal
You
worth.
just have to take people
So-
as they are. That's the only point I have
No.
to
Okay,
say.
so and that's fine. That's fine. Take people as they
can't
are.
change people.
Fantastic.
You can't
Um,
change it.
This literally embodies everything we talk about. So this is what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna go into a dream world. All right, these three ladies here. What's your dream car?
I don't drive.
Lamborghini.
Mercedes.
Kia.
What's your dream car?
Kia
Dodge
Soul.
Hellcat.
Jeep Wrangler.
Okay, Jeep Wrangler.
I'll say Rolls Royce.
Okay,
Lamborghini.
Lamborghini. All right, cool. So
2004 Rolls.
we're gonna go into a dream world, okay?
Girl.
And I don't want
I'm
anyone to
dead.
interrupt me. This is only for the three ladies on the panel that don't want to change.
Oh my god. Not the
So-
music.
You walk into a Jeep dealership, you walk into a Lambo dealership, you walk into a Rolls Royce dealership. The dream car that you want is there, okay? Maybe $50,000 for you, maybe $500,000 for you, maybe $250,000 for you. Your dream vehicle is there, okay? So you talk with the dealer, you iron out and negotiate the price, and you purchase the vehicle. You will drive it off the lot. 2 weeks pass by. The dealer comes back to your house and says, hey, man, listen, I know this is going to be inconvenient, but I need to put a for sale sign on your car, and you need to put it on display back at the dealership 2 times a week. How is that going to make you feel? Start with you.
I'm gonna look at you crazy as fuck. Because
Fantastic.
what you mean?
Thank you. How's that going to make you feel?
I'm good. Like, I'm not gonna have this car.
Yeah, but you're not going to have it for a couple days of the week.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna take it.
You're
in the
okay.
first
You're not
place.
going to purchase it.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's everything or nothing.
Okay. Thank you. What about you? How does that make you feel?
I would definitely, I guess, have some complaints.
Okay. So, ladies, that feeling that you have, that's exactly how men feel when you put sexy pictures of yourself on the internet after he paid full price and gave you the title of his girlfriend and or wife. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Now you guys feel that pain? Here's the thing.
I felt it and I agree
Yeah.
with you.
So, that's the thing that women don't understand. You guys are not men. You do not understand what men think, how men operate, how we feel when it comes to our women. Men are territorial creatures. And when you think you're territorial, it's territorial times 10 of what you think. Because with men, we understand that when we commit to a girl, okay, that girl represents us. If she goes out dressed a certain way, behaves a certain way, or puts herself in a certain light, not only does she bring shame to herself, she brings shame to me. Because if you're out at South Beach partying, acting like a fucking hoe, they're not going to say, oh, that bitch is acting like a hoe. They're going to be like, yo,
But
that's
I-
this dude's girl that's acting crazy.
Yeah,
Something,
yeah.
you
Let me
said
finish. Let me
acting.
finish.
Dressing and
Let me
acting
finish.
is two
Let me
different
finish.
things.
Let
No,
me
the same
finish.
thing.
No,
Because
it's different.
you got to let me
No.
finish. Whether you guys want to accept it or not, that same pain that you guys just felt when I said I'm going to take your car and put it out on display a couple times per week, that's how men feel about relationships. I don't care what you interpret it on because I'm telling you how men feel. So your feelings are relevant. I'm telling you, this is how men view the world. Going back to what you're saying, because you said Arab people, right? And you mentioned that it was an Arab guy that was this. The difference is this. Men from Arab cultures or Muslim cultures, the only difference between them and Western men is that they have the balls to tell you, don't go dressed out like that.
Yes.
But let me tell you something about Western men. They feel the same fucking way. It's just that they can't say, yo, I need you to stop dressing this way. Or, yo, I want you to stop posting sexy pictures. Or I don't want you to post on Instagram. You want to know why? Because they get hit with the same bullshit language you guys said earlier. Shaming, controlling, toxic, insecure. They don't want to deal with it. So what they're going to do is this. They're either going to, A, commit to you and cheat on you on the side because they don't see you as a viable partner. Or B, they're not going to take you serious or date you in the first place. So I think it's this. You can either accept the uncomfortable truth that men are territorial with women and you can't dress a certain way if you want a serious relationship. Or B, you can keep thinking that there's going to be out there a guy that's going to accept you for how you behave and understand that the only men that are going to tolerate and accept women that dress and act provocatively like that are men that you don't want in the fucking first place, which you alluded to. The men that you want, assertive, dominant, attractive men that have options are not going to commit to a girl that treats them as an option and doesn't respect their authority. That's just how it
But
goes.
that's
So let me
different,
finish.
'cause-
Let me
okay,
finish.
yeah, go ahead.
It is not different because the same exact analogy that I told you guys and how you guys felt, that's how men feel. So how you feel right now is irrelevant because I'm telling y'all how men may select and deal with women. If you're going to go ahead and walk around the for sale sign all the time, fantastic. You will continuously stay on the market and no one is going to buy you for real.
Damn.
Okay, kind of go circling back to what you
Please.
just said though.
And I'll give you guys all a chance to rebut what I was going to say, but sure, go ahead.
Yeah, so what you had just said about basically like it being women being provocatively, and then what you said after it was fuck, I wish I had paper to write this shit down.
Dressing provocatively
It- yeah,
and or
it
putting
was-
yourself out there in a certain light.
Yes, right. But then also on top of that, you said not respecting, and acting like you're not in a relationship.
Mhm.
Because I feel like that's where like the big confusion is, because acting like you're single when you're in a relationship, completely disgusting, and that's wrong. But I feel like if you
Merch.
just dress a certain way, that's different, because you can dress a certain way and not act a certain way. Like, let's say, like, if you still want to go out with your girls or something, you can still go out, you can have fun, you know, take cute pics or whatever. That doesn't mean you're gonna do anything against your man or your partner.
Let me stop you real quick and challenge you on that point. We're at a nightclub. I come up to you. I'm dressed in tattered clothing. I smell. Maybe my teeth are a little dirty. My breath stinks. And I talk to you and I say, hey, listen, I find you attractive. I want to take you out. What are you going to do?
Be repulsed, because now you look dirty though.
Thank you.
Here's
Hold on.
the thing.
Stop,
like,
stop right there. Because we're going to address each argument one by one. The world that we live in judges a book by its cover.
Mhm.
So even though you might not be a hoe, you're wearing a hoe's uniform. So what's the world going to think? This girl's a hoe. Guess what that does to me? Makes me look bad as a man.
But if you're going out, like, what is dressing like a hoe? Like, just like you showing skin? Because like, here's the thing: there's different, like, there's different outfits and things like that. But yeah, on top of that, like,
she has
every
to
man-
answer or talk to them.
So here's the thing. Every man has
Why?
different thresholds on what they're willing to tolerate as far as like how you dress or them being next to you or whatever it may be. All I'm simply saying is that you got to understand that it exists. And just like you wouldn't date a guy that comes up to you at a club that looks a certain way, who knows? I might be a multimillionaire, but you don't know that. You judged me a book by its cover and you denied me. That's how men operate as well. It's just that, why is it when men have standards, right? It's always looked at as insecure, small dick energy, whatever it may be. But if a woman has standards, or if a woman rejects a man, better yet, based off of his image, it's completely socially acceptable. But if I say, I don't want my girl to look a certain way, that's considered constricting or
I have one thing to
asshole-ish.
say. Okay. So you
Does
can
that
have-
address your point
yeah,
before you,
can
before
ha-
you, does that
can
address
have
your
those
point?
two women.
yes, but I
listen.
also don't
Stop
agree.
cutting people off, Miss Blondie. No,
Yeah,
no
I
white.
wanna say
I'll
one
give you, I'll
thing.
give you a chance to
Yeah,
100%.
there's-
I just want to make sure
Relax.
she gets through, and then
There's
I'll make
two
sure you
women
can.
in the club. There's
No.
this one that is dressed classy.
You gotta
and
hold
there's
on.
the-
She
You
was
gotta hold on.
talking.
You gotta
And
hold
then-
on.
Hold
You
on.
gotta hold on.
Hold that thought.
Holy
Hold
crap.
the thought.
Because like you're
And she's
comparing two
sober.
different looks. You're talking about like a more skin showing look, and then you're just talking about looking dirty and like a bum. Like though, like I understand like your point about about judging a book by its cover, but those are two completely different appearances. And just because you show skin doesn't mean that you're easy.
Men and women are
And
not
that's
the
what
same.
No, I know they're not the
You're
same.
trying to conflate the two. The reason why someone dressed like a bum versus a girl dressing provocatively is because it is the equivalent for the other gender. Do you understand that? Men and women are different. I'll give you an example.
I get
you
that
you like
part.
both sexes, right?
Right.
Okay. There are certain behaviors that you're going to tolerate from a woman that you're never going to tolerate from a man.
Facts.
No.
For example, you go on a date with a guy versus you go on a date with a girl. You're going to expect them to possibly pay for the date, lead you. If you get into a physical confrontation, protect you. You are not going to hold a woman to that same standard. Your own mating
No, I would
practices.
I would though.
But
So
what
you're
if?
telling me you go on a date with a woman, you want her to pay, and you want her to protect
I
you.
feel like whoever invites the person out to dinner should be the one that pays, or something like that. I like that's just honestly like.
But even if
at
you
least
invite
I'm
a man out, he'll still pay. So
Yeah, and like if he wants to, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, you have to
But
pay.
will you for a woman?
It's the same standard for
So
both.
will you pay?
Yeah, I would pay.
I
So-
pay when you go out with a man.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with
So
that.
if
No,
you
no.
pay,
Like
will you smash
like,
him?
honestly,
But
like it doesn't.
the question
bother
is
me.
though, let's
You're
say you didn't
trying
even
to change
pay.
subject or what?
No, we're
No,
waiting.
no.
Just a
Let's say
moment.
let's say you didn't pay, right? Would you take him serious if he lets you pay?
Would I take him serious? Yeah, why not?
Deadass.
Yeah. Why am I gonna take him less serious? Because
So you
of,
hold
like,
you hold your men, the men you date to the same standard you hold the women to. You have a standard across the board for both.
I have a standard for people. Yeah, I'm
So if
serious.
the guy shows up wearing a dress just like a girl would, you'd accept that?
Okay, here's the thing. When I
Thank you.
When I no. And I'm gonna get into that because when it comes to girls,
All right,
I don't
this is gonna
go
be a whole
towards-
other topic.
no, but just like it still kind of covers it because I don't go to girly girls. So that's like femmes, like that's not my thing. So it's like if I'm going to a girl, it's typically like a stud or like a dyke, like that kind of like demographic. So same thing with the man. I just wouldn't want to be with a person that's more feminine than me.
So she's
proves-
going for masculine.
No.
energy.
I get it.
Yeah.
But that's fantastic because it proves my point even further that men and women are not the same. We don't have the same lens. That's why I use
Yeah.
a guy dressed like a bum versus a woman that dresses provocatively. It is the same,
It's the
even though
same.
you don't understand it.
Mhm.
It's because we have different standards for the genders. Now go ahead,
So
please. You got something.
what if there's those two girls? So there's this girl that is too dressed like how do you say it, slutty, and the other one is classy. Okay, so there's, let's say, 10 guys that come see the girl that is more sexy, and the other one, there's only one man that comes to see the classy woman. So what if this classy woman that accept to dress classy and pretend that she is classy, but then she goes with the guy right away, that the first one that comes to see her, and then this slutty girl apparently that actually has values and refuse all the guys? What about that?
That's a
What
great
about that?
scenario. I can ask you the same question.
That's all.
What if me, I'm dressed like a bum, right? And 10 girls curve me. Maybe one girl only comes to me, but the other girls didn't want to talk to me because I was dressed a certain way. Does it matter? Because no one got to experience what I have behind the scenes because I put myself out in a certain way.
Well, I think I made my point.
I can answer your
didn't- no,
I can answer
You
your
didn't
question.
make your point. Hold on. No, you didn't make your point at all, because all you're basically saying is, well, one girl dresses classy, but she's really a hoe, and the other girl dresses sexy, but she's actually very she's conservative. My thing is this. I'm not telling you to not have a for sale sign on you. I'm saying after the car is purchased, you got to take that for sale sign off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Myron, I can answer her question.
Go ahead.
So we got the classy girl with the one guy, and then the hoe with all the other guys. They knew you was a hoe. That's why they didn't last. They knew.
And can I add on to what she said? So the thing is like you said, the classy girl has one guy, the slutty girl has multiple guys.
No, that comes to that approach.
Right,
them,
there's
because
multiple guys
supposedly they
coming
have more
to the-
attention, but I
right.
don't really agree, because often I go classy in club and I see women that dress classy, and
So you're
it's more
saying that the
attractive.
slutty girls will get more attention. But the thing is real men that are looking for a real woman, you won't even have time to show him who you are behind the sluttiness, because he's going to judge you based off of how you present yourself.
Yeah.
Even though you might feel like, well, I can dress like this and still be a lady, and just because she's dressed like that, she's
The only
could
thing
be a
is,
hoe.
a lot of people are wearing a mask every day and are not really their true.
Yeah, but
Right,
don't,
but he won't
but
even
don't
be
watch
able
them,
to-
though.
There's more bad men in the world than there are
They
good.
could be
So now you
single in
have
the
10
club.
bad
It's like
men
the
and
guy
one good
that
one.
pretend that he's in love with you, and then he goes and cheat on you every day.
Cheating is
there's a lot
So
of
it's all about perception, right? So for example, let's say you're on Instagram, right? It's a guy with a good lifestyle, right? On Instagram, telling you, hey, I want to fly you, take care of you, blah, blah, blah. A guy that's a regular worker, maybe has a welding job, every day working on Instagram, shitty pictures, right? But the guy with the lifestyle, you like him more, right? Because he has lifestyle, correct? But the guy that has a welding job will actually take care of you and be with you. But perception is, hey, the guy with the lifestyle, I want to be with him because he looks the part. They're just saying, for example, you could do whatever you want to do, but most guys don't want to give you the chance, because if you look a certain way, they don't want you. They'll fuck you, but they won't wife you up.
Image is very important to men.
Yeah.
We just saw with Jada Pinkett Smith how a woman that has a terrible past can ruin your legacy and your future. She's over here embarrassing him all over the place. I wrote poems to Tupac when he was dead. He was going to propose to me. Table talk. I had sex with a guy 20 years younger than me. Sorry, it was an entanglement. I don't think women understand that every man's nightmare is what Will Smith is going through right now. And unfortunately, when you dress a certain way and you don't listen to your man, that's a microcosm of a bigger problem. If you don't even respect yourself to dress a certain way when you have a man at home, who knows what the hell else you're going to do? So I'm simply telling you this. Go back to the dealership. Remember that pain? You won't even buy the Lamborghini. You're going to feel some type of way, and you were pissed off. That same way, guess what? The guy just isn't going to fucking buy the Lamborghini. Now, I know you guys are saying, that's fucked up. That shouldn't be that way. He should be able to accept me. Well, guess what? Fresh, you know what? Let's not work anymore. Let's go move back in with our moms. Let's smoke pot. Let's get fat. We deserve bad bitches.
Go, King.
We
Go,
deserve bad
Kings.
bitches.
Go,
niggas.
Kings.
Yes.
You go, King.
Because you know what?
You can do it, King.
People should accept me regardless of how I behave. Sounds stupid, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But that's literally what you just said 10 minutes ago. People should accept me for no matter how I come. And my thing is, that's fucking bullshit. We let women lie to themselves and say, you should accept me no matter what. No, we're not going to accept you no matter how you come. If you have certain type of tendencies, I'm not buying the Lamborghini. The difference is this. I'm telling you to your face, men aren't going to buy the Lamborghini. Most guys know what they're going to do? They're going to tell you, I bought the Lamborghini.
He's going to rent the Lamborghini.
He's going to rent it. He's going to rent it.
Yeah.
He's never going to give you the stability of a real owner. And I'm not saying that to say you're an object or you're an object or you're an object. I'm just saying that to illustrate that same betrayal you felt when that person comes to your house, that car dealer that sold you the car and shook your hand and said, it's your car now. oh, sorry, by the way, I got to put on display a couple of days a week and put the for sale sign on it. You felt betrayed because you paid full price for that car. Meanwhile, other people are test driving your car. That's exactly how men feel about women that dress a certain way, that put themselves out there when they have a boyfriend at home. Some guys have the balls to say, I'm not accepting it. You call those guys controlling. Some guys don't have the balls to say it, let you do whatever the fuck you want, and you walk all over
What
them anyway.
if there's a lot of snakes in this world?
Men already has to compete against the world. They don't want to have to compete against a girl, and that's just what it is.
So,
Like, they go
question
out.
for the, I don't understand your question. What about snakes in the world? Please explain
Like
that.
hypocrites. That's my old point. I could picture it like this to make my point
Sure.
clear.
Go ahead.
So like man or woman, like a man could tell you, oh, that he loves you so much in your face, and then he would cheat you in your back. Like a woman could tell his man that she loves him and she will dress this certain way and she say yes to his every request and she represent him in front of everyone properly, and then in his back she is there being the fucking sluttiest
That's true.
woman, and while the other girl that are there sexy and behaving sexually are actually having more values than a lot of women. So that's my point.
It's a risk that you have to take when you get into relationships in general. And the thing, here's the problem for the ladies. The men pick who gets in relationships. So you can say it's fucked up that way, it's not operating, but I can't say, yo man, this is annoying. I got to go to the gym and make money to get sex. This is bullshit. You guys are looking at me like I'm crazy. Well, guess what? You have to change too if you want a relationship.
Thank God I'm a lie detector now. A human lie
Nice.
detector.
A man can
I
love you without
detect it.
agreeing
We need
with
to
you,
talk.
though.
I mean, let me throw something out there. Sexy isn't always slutty, but slutty is always sexy.
Oh, it is.
So let's just cut the bullshit here, okay? Every man wants a slut. He just wants her to be his slut.
Yes.
Okay.
And you could
So
be his
I want
slut
you to
wearing
be a
same
slut.
thing.
I want you to be the dirtiest slut, but I only want you to
Just
be
for me.
my slut. That's
Yeah.
That's basically what it boils
I
down
don't think
to.
women understand.
And I don't care if it's a
Oh, go ahead.
Lamborghini or a beat up Ford pickup truck. It is my fucking truck. It is my fucking vehicle.
I'm a whole slut for my
So-
man.
And let me the one thing that we're missing in all of this is so let me explain to you the reason for that is because men need to know that the baby is their fucking kid. That's why.
Yep.
So when a
I'm
guy is and again I can go on Instagram right now and I'm sure anybody else can. You can go to your pic. I'll go to any girl's pictures on Instagram right now and I'll find you in a bikini. I'll find you in lingerie. I'll find you in a pro shoot. I'll find you in a casual shoot. It'll be nothing but sexy pictures. Every girl that I see on Instagram is the same way. They're not in, some sun hat and some sundress or something like that going off to church or whatever like that. They are there advertising. Even Aisha Curry is advertising after she's married to Steph Curry and they've got kids together and she still says, I want to feel sexy. I want to put myself out there. I want to be, even though she's got the bag, even though she's got the ideal lifestyle, you can go and look at Jada Pinkett Smith. You can look at any of these women who are married to high profile guys and they're like, you know what? I am not
Friend,
getting.
we can't use Jada.
I am not getting off the gram. Well, okay, so Kim
Jada.
Kardashian, whatever. I
Okay.
am not getting off the gram. I am putting myself out there until I am so old and shriveled that nobody wants to look at me, and it doesn't make any difference even after that point right there. So what it is we're living in a time and an age right now where women have the ability to advertise themselves sexually 100%, 24/7, nonstop to the point where they're getting, it's like it was Instagram boyfriends, right? Oh, you didn't get the picture right. You didn't get let's go on vacation so I can take pictures of me in the surf in this bikini, and you're not in the picture. The man's not in the picture, but the girl is in the picture. And what were we talking about? The soft launch. Remember how you only put the hands in there and kind of that. So when you look at how women present themselves in a condition where they have unlimited access to this advertising and this unlimited advertising themselves sexually, what do? That's what they do. And then they want to say it's empowerment, and they want to say that it's some sort of like ego appeasement. It builds me up, but I do it for myself. So you're going to say that if I went to your house at 4:00 in the afternoon, you would be vacuuming the house dressed up in lingerie, right? No, you wouldn't. You'll be in sweatpants and a t-shirt doing that. So if you were doing it for yourself, you'll be dressing up that way all the time because you're
But
like,
some
oh, it just
people
makes me
do.
feel really good, right? But the thing is when you present yourself publicly to the world, to the 9 billion people that are on Instagram, right? How do you present? How do most women present themselves on Instagram to the 9 billion people in the world, right? Sexy, on the beach,
Agreed.
in lingerie, in some sort of OnlyFans, whatever it is, how do you present yourself? And when women present themselves, they default to sexuality.
I'll take it a step further. When a girl posts on Instagram, right, a story, a post, a video, you know what happens? Instant attention and likes and comments, and that high
And offers.
Yep. It's as addicting.
It drives you.
It is as addicting.
Yes.
Social media is as addicting for women as pornography is for men, because it satisfies an innate need in women, which is attention, which is affirmation, which is likes, which is views, which is positive reinforcement through that media. Men, on the other hand, we just want to get off, right? And so it's unlimited access to unlimited sexuality, and nothing offers that better than virtual porn. It's also why pornography is free. It's free 4K streaming whenever I gotta go. Let's go look right
But
now.
women
So let's
are
go look
always
right now, baby.
Women are always
ahead.
inadvertently competing with each other, and I agree with you as far as the posting and things of that nature. And they will always say they won't. They're not, but technically you are, because if you're
Yes.
But fun fact, Instagram is the world's biggest dating app.